What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So my last video, I had a long day at work and it was late by the time I got home. I had just gotten the argon bottle for the new welder, the Hitbox CT520. Like I said in my last video, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. But this is my first time TIG welding. I'm new to this. I've MIG welded before, but this is the first time ever TIG welding. This machine was a little under 400 bucks. Then I had to buy the bottle of argon, the tank, and a few other things. But to get going, it cost me like maybe 700 bucks altogether with the tank and owning it and everything. Let me show you guys my first successful TIG weld, and I'll show you guys the first welds I actually tried and what those look like. So that is my first successful weld. I messed up in the beginning, but I was able to get control back of it. It's 103 amps. This is 11 gauge mild steel. I'm using a ER70S2 rod, and I'm using a purple 3/32 tungsten. These were the first welds that I tried. Absolutely horrible. So you guys don't get discouraged. Like I said, I'm new to this. I have no idea what I'm doing. And that was the first piece I tried. Second piece. Third piece, I started to get it a little bit, but I literally just finished that piece. I said, you know what, I want to start sticking stuff together. I'm tired of just trying to like control a puddle without anything, and I was able to make that happen. So I'm going to keep putting time underneath the torch, and I'm going to set you guys up on the tripod, and we'll try and make a square out of this thing and see how it turns out. So this was the second weld. Not too bad. It's really hard because my hands are floating in the air. I don't have anything to rest on. I do want to get the Harbor Freight titanium welding table, but it's out of stock right now. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to let it cool a little bit. I'm going to flip this over. I'll put you guys on time lapse of me welding it, and I'll try and get you some good shots. But so far, from a standpoint from somebody who's never TIG welded in their life, if you want to hop into it, this welder seems like a good option. It's 110 or 220 volt. I got it on 110 right now. It's 11 gauge material, mild steel. It's only a DC machine. I got it on 103 amps. So all right, so that's the third weld on this square. Third successful weld with this machine. And I'm not BSing you guys. Like, this seriously is the first time I am ever TIG welding. I had to ask one of my coworkers at work a bunch of questions to even figure out what kind of rods to use and things like that. But you know, obviously I still have a lot more learning to do, but this is just going to show you that, you know, you guys can pick up a machine like this. You don't have to kill yourselves and spend a bunch of money, and you can learn the basics and you can start, you know, welding. If you were to get a welding table or a fixture table like I want to get, you know, this could be completely square. Obviously it's not perfect. They're not perfect 90 degrees. And I'm gonna use my vise to bend that corner and get it in so I can weld it. But these are decent welds in my opinion. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about penetration and stuff like that right now. Right now I'm just trying to build up the skills and get time behind the torch. But I'll leave a link in this video for this welder if you want to check it out. It does stick welding, DC TIG, so you could TIG but you can't do aluminum. And it's also a plasma cutter. I've tried the plasma cutter. It works pretty well. The stick welder is all right. I'm not good at stick welding, but the TIG seems to be working great. All right, well, that's the finished product. Honestly, I'm really proud of myself. because this is what I was working with yesterday. Absolutely nothing. Couldn't even get a bead going. And now it's at least starting to look like something. I definitely got to mess with the settings a little bit. And, practice more, learn some more. But for my second day TIG welding, I'd say that's pretty good. Alright, so that's gonna do it for today, guys. I gotta be up pretty early. But let's take a look at the results. So, let's see if we can focus. This one came out pretty decent. So, not too bad. Like I said, it's a really big improvement over what I was producing yesterday. So that was yesterday. And honestly, it's not like I was really doing anything. Well, I was doing a lot wrong here, but honestly, it was mostly my settings. That's what I really figured out. So 11 gauge material mild steel. I'm using an ER70 S2 rod. I'm using a 3/32 purple tungsten at 103 amps. And that was with the foot pedal, not the button on the torch. So that seemed to work for me. I'm definitely going to order more of these kits, and I'm definitely going to get that fixture table from Harbor Freight so we could actually make things square. But yeah, guys, I'm honestly really proud of myself, and I'm so happy to learn a new thing, a new skill, and challenge myself. So if you guys want to do something like this, it's totally possible. Like I said, this welder was a little less than $400, and it'll get you going. You're just going to need to get argon, and the price of the argon is all going to depend on how big you want to get the tank and your area. But that's it for today. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.